Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to the Dankest Dungeon, and today we're going to be doing a rematch with these Bloomburrow commanders. If you didn't catch the first game, be sure to check it out here in the upper right. And with that, let's go ahead and play. Hey, it's Jason again. I am back playing Lumra, Bellow of the Woods. Let's see how it goes this time around.
Hey guys, I'm back. I'm playing Byrke, Long Ear of the Law. Hopefully I get some big stompy boys out.
Hey, it's Matt. I'm back again with Mabel, Heir to Cragflame. There were a couple of interesting ideas I had with this one. Unfortunately, not a lot of mice to do mice, kindred, typal, whatever you call it. But I thought it would be really cool to make a bunch of copies of Mabel and use Mirrorbox to then give each other bonuses. Unfortunately, I don't think the technology's quite there yet. I couldn't make it work in the time allotted, so maybe later.
Hi, it's Nate, and today I'm playing Rhia, Riptide, Rogue, Riptide something, and playing a storm deck. Yeah, it's a storm deck. Playing cast spells, do storm things.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Roll off. I got a 5.
Yeah, 10.
4.
Or
You know what time it is? Sticker time.
I have a misunderstood trapeze elf.
I got the one you got last time. Unsanctioned Ancient Juggler.
Unstable robot drag. I will keep,
I will also keep.
I will keep.
Sure, I'll keep this.
and I will play the planes. Tap the planes for a soul ring. Pester.
Draw. Axe Guard Armory. Go.
Steam Vents tab. Go ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna draw, play a forest, and say go.
Tap draw. Other planes. 2. Play a Emerald Medallion. Green spells I cast cost 1 less. Pester.
I'm gonna untap and draw. I've done it. Mythical turn 2 Soul Ring. There it is. I will cast Stoneforge Mystic. Enters the battlefield, search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, put in your hand, shuffle. I'm gonna do that. Let's get Lightning Grievous. It's in my hand, pestering.
Play a mountain and pay 2 for a sprite dragon. Let's poke Matt for 1.
I'll take it.
Go to my turn, I'm gonna draw another forest. Then I'm gonna pay 2 mana for an Emerald Medallion. Green spells that I control cost 1 less to cast. Go for it.
Copycat. Play a Fortified Village tapped. 4. Abzin Battle Priest. Has Outlast. I can put a 1/1 counter on it. Creatures that control with 1/1 counters have lifelink. Pester.
I'm gonna untap and draw. I'm gonna take 3 to place Shatter Skull, the Hammer Pass, in ouch mode. Then I'm gonna pay 3, 1 floating, to cast Mabel, Heir to Cragflame. When it enters, I'll get Cragflame. I use the 1 floating plus this mountain to equip Cragflame to Mabel. Nate, you hit me. I'm gonna hit you back. Take 4 commander damage.
Ow.
That's a little
Pass the
overkill.
turn. Can hit you instead if you prefer.
No, I'm good.
Figured you might be.
Reliquary Tower. Pay 2. I will cast a Ruby Medallion. Red spells I cast cost 1 less to cast. Putting a counter onto Sprite Dragon.
I feel left out.
Pay 1 red in the cost reduction. Young Pyromancer. When I cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1 red elemental creature token.
Nice.
Combat. Xavier, I'll swing 2 at you.
I will take the 2.
I'm gonna untap and draw. I'm gonna pay 2, cost is reduced by 1, for Nisa Resurgent Animist. She has landfall, she's a 3/3. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under my control, I add 1 mana of any color. If this is the second time this ability has resolved, I reveal cards from the top of my library until I reveal an elf or an elemental card and put that into my hand. I'm going to play a Prismatic Vista. I'll pass.
4 for a doubling season.
Duh.
Gross.
And then we're going to do Outlast, and he gets 2 1/1 counters because of doubling season. Now he has lifelink. Pass turn.
2. I'm gonna tap Stoneforge Mystic. I'm gonna put Hammer of Nazan into play from my hand. When it or another equipment enters the battlefield under my control, attach that equipment to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets 2+0 and indestructible. I'm gonna attach it to Mabel. With my 1 floating, I am going to cast Pip-Boy 3000. Whenever equipped creature attacks, choose 1. Draw card, discard, put 1 counter on the creature, or untap up to 2 target lands. Hammer triggers, so I'll just put it on Mabel. I'm going to pay 1 for Strength Testing Hammer. Whenever a equipped creature attacks, roll a 6-sided die. That creature gets +X+0 until end of turn where X is the result. Then if it has the greatest power or is tied for the greatest power among creatures on the battlefield, draw a card. Trigger Hammer. I will put it on Mabel. Colossus Hammer. Equipped creature gets +10/+10 and loses flying. Equip 8. Trigger Hammer. Put it on Mabel. We're going to go to combat now. Xavier, you got a bunch of scary stuff. I'm going to hit you with Mabel, and we're going to see how big it is.
I have nothing I can do about that.
Okay.
Yep. Math.
3, 4, 5, 6, 10, and whatever strength hammer gives it. 2.
Hit for 18.
18 commander damage.
It'd be a 20. You
Yeah.
could have died there though.
Trigger, I will draw a card because nothing has more power than it. And Pip-Boy is going to untap 2 of my lands. Second main, I'm going to cast Lightning Greaves. Trigger. Go on, Mabel. Okay,
Okay.
don't touch me. Pass.
Yeah, this is bad, guys. Untap, upkeep, draw. Play an Opal Palace as my land for turn 3. Cast my commander with a +1/+1 counter on it with the Opal Palace. With that, I will say go.
I'll go to my turn. I will play a Fabled Passage for turn. Trigger Nisa. I will get a green. Pop Fabled Passage to grab a forest. And I will have 4 more lands, so we'll enter and then untap. And I will generate another green.
Reveal till you reveal an elf or an element.
Tireless Provisioner will go to my hand. I'll sack Prismatic Vista. Go grab another forest. Get another green. 3 green and 2 being reduced by 1 from the Emerald Medallion to play my commander. When Lumra enters, I will mill 4. Milling Colony Ambush, Evolving Wilds, Invasion of Ikoria, and Nisa Vastwood Seer. And then the lands will come back into play tapped. Getting Evolving Wilds, Prismatic Vista, Fabled Passage. Generating 3 more green with Nisa. Commander is currently a 7/7. Should have cast this guy first, but here we are. I'll use 2 of that green to play Tireless Provisioner. He has landfall, he's a 3/2. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under my control, create a food token or a treasure token. I'll use this one floating, and 2 extra. I will once again cast Case of the Locked Hothouse. I can play additional lands in each of my turns, and then I need to solve it to do more stuff. Which at the end of my turn, I will have 7 lands to solve it. I can now look at the top card of my library at any time. I can play enchantments, creatures, and lands off the top. I'm done. If you appreciate the content we're creating and you'd like to support us here at the Dungeon, the #1 way to do so is to sign up over on our Patreon page. Some of the Patreon benefits include access to our full deck lists, voting privileges for polls held over on our Patreon, and shoutouts at the end of every video to let everyone know how awesome you are. If money's tight and becoming a patron isn't the best option for you right now, we totally get it. Simply liking our videos or subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, or commenting down below all help as well, and are totally free. Thank you all for watching and enjoy the game.
We'll tap 5, play Byrke, and then I get 1/1 counters everywhere. We'll attack Nate and doubles 15, 14 with lifelink.
Yeah, I'll take 15, go to 21.
I will go to 35. That'll be the end of my turn.
Sweet. I will go to my turn, untap, and draw Windswept Teeth. 2. The Iron Crag. Taps for colorless. If a legendary creature enters, I can have it turn into equipment. I'm going to move Lightning Greaves over to Stoneforge Mystic. I'm going to pay 3 mana to cast Sword of Light and Shadow. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 protection from white and black. When it deals damage to a player, combat damage to a player, I gain 3 life and I can return up to 1 creature card from my graveyard to my hand. Trigger Hammer, I'll put it on Mabel. Combat, we're going to send it Jason. Trigger. I will untap 2 lands and I will roll the hammer to test my strength. My strength is a 5. Do you have more than 3, 4, 5, 6, 23 power?
I'm going to block with my commander. It's a 7/7.
I get to draw a card because things.
16 commander damage.
I'll gain 3 life. Second main, I will cast this Goblin Engineer I have drawn. Search my library for a artifact with mana value 3 or less and put it in my graveyard. I'm going to put Sword of Forge and Frontier into my graveyard. I'm going to fetch. I'm going to find Sacred Foundry. I'm going to equip Lightning Greaves to Goblin Engineer. I am going to activate Goblin Engineer, sacrificing the Iron Crag.
No.
Sword of Forge and Frontier onto the battlefield. Trigger Hammer, equipped to Mabel. I'm going to move Graves over to Mabel. And now it's protection from every color except for blue. And Shroud and Indestructible. That's my turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm gonna cast a Battle Hymn. Uncast, make an elemental, 1 prowess trigger, adding 4 red mana to my mana pool. Sprite Dragon gets bigger. Playing an island for turn. Paying 2 and 2. Nibbleless of Frost. Flying prowess, when I cast an instant or sorcery, I can tap target creature and opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. 2 red and 1. Cast an herb rask. When I cast an instant or sorcery, ping 1 to an opponent, add a red. Pay a red and exile him, return him, flip to Saga side, only as a sorcery and only if I've cast 3 or more instant sorceries this turn. Rhia trigger, Rhia is unblockable. Combat, so 5 unblockable, and then 2, 3, 4 in the air achievement.
Yeah, I'll take 9.
Say you.
I'm gonna start sacking these things. So we'll do Fabled Passage and Evolving Wilds. Fabled Passage, this will come in at tapped. It'll untap because I have 4 more lands. I will get a green from Nisa, and I will get a treasure from Tireless Provisioner. Then I will resolve the second one, getting a forest into play tapped. Trigger Nisa, trigger Tireless Provisioner, and then I'm going to do the other half of Nisa's ability to reveal until I hit an elf or an elemental. Put it in my hand. Reclamation Sage. Okay, easy. I'm going to use this 2 green from Nisa, 2 green, reduced by 1 for Ashaya, Soul of the Wilds. Its power and toughness are equal to the number of lands I control. Non-token creatures I control are forest lands in addition to their other types. Okay, Ashaya is a land that's going to trigger Nisa and Tireless Provisioner. Look at the top card. I'm going to sack this Prismatic Vista, grab a forest, trigger Nisa, trigger Tireless Provisioner. I'm going to use this 2 from Nisa and 1 forest, reduced by 1 for Emerald Medallion. And then I'm going to float 3 green for Escape Shift.
Gross.
I'm going to sack all 7 of my forests to go grab 7 more lands. They'll come into play tapped. Wood of Foothills, Strip Mine, Reliquary Tower, get a Nykthos, Abamaya, Misty Rainforest, Lotus Field. When Lotus Field enters, I will sack 2 lands. But before all this happens, so that's going to give me 7 triggers on Nisa and 7 on Provisioner. And then I will stack 2 lands when this comes into play. All of my floating green except for 2. Pay 8 for Lumra, Bellow of the Woods, my commander. It will enter, I will mill 4. Inscription of Abundance, Tireless Tracker, Conduit of Worlds, Forest. And then all my lands will come back into play tapped. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 lands. Getting 13 Tireless Provisioner triggers and 13 Nisa triggers. 8 of this. Last March of the Ents. Can't be countered. I draw cards equal to the greatest toughness among creatures I control, and then put any number of creature cards from my hand onto the battlefield. Lumra's toughness is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'll draw 18 cards. Oh, wait, no. These are all lands as well. 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, we're going to start off by putting a Rampaging Balas into play. So we're also hitting Rex Sage, Chiller Engine, Azusa, Last But Seeking, and Sakura Tribe Elder.
So you have 4 more treasures, 4 more Nisas.
And a bunch of Balas. These won't do anything, but Rex Sage will hit the Shroudy thing.
Lightning Greaves?
Lightning Greaves, yeah.
Sure.
And then I'm going to pay 3 for Archdruid's Charm, exiling the thing that's giving Mabel pro green.
I'm going to cast Lauren's Escape. Target artifact or creature gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn, scry 1.
Yeah, you're good.
That card I don't really need right now.
Pay 6 for Rishkar's Expertise. I will draw 27. We'll just drop a 1 ring into play for free.
That's also pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll pay 2 for a Great Henge, 1 for a Lotus Cobra, another green, another treasure. So Great Henge will get a big counter. I will draw a card. I also get another Baloth because it's a creature. I guess we'll just...
No Greater Hoof, no way to kill anybody?
No, I don't have any way to kill you right now. Instead of wasting more time, I'm just going to search for Scoot with a Court of Calling. All right, Scoot's back in play. I have protection until my next turn. Go for it, guys.
Fantastic. I will play a Bountiful Promenade, tap a green, Ozolith the Shattered Spire. Next, I will play a Sword of Truth and Justice. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from white and blue. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, put +1/+1 counter on a creature I control, then proliferate. I will equip it. I can't hit you.
Correct.
If you want to gain any life out of it, it's swinging at me.
Yeah,
Otherwise-
that's what I thought. Yeah, so I guess we're swinging at Nate.
So double.
So it would be plus 13 doubled is plus 26. 26 on 12 is 38.
So 43. I'll throw this 1/1 elemental in front of it.
Pass turn.
I'm going to untap I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna pray. 6. The Eternal Wanderer. No more than one creature can attack the Eternal Wanderer each combat. I can plus it to exile up to one target artifact or creature. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. That player's next end step. 0. Make a 2/2 white samurai creature token with double strike. -4. For each creature, choose a creature that player controls. Each player sacrifices all creatures they control not chosen this way. I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna choose this one. You can have your commander. You can have Young Pyromancer. And Jason gets to keep his Reclamation Sage.
Okay.
Combat, I'm gonna swing at Xavier.
Yeah, I'll take it.
That will kill you
That will
super
kill
hard.
Yeah.
Trigger Strength Hammer thing, trigger Pip-Boy. I will untap these 2 lands. I'm gonna draw a card for the Strength Hammer. Trigger Sword of Light and Shadow. I will target Stoneforge Mystic. Trigger Forge and Frontier. I will exile the top 2 and I can play another land this turn. Elegant Parlor and Ping Collection. That was my sticker card, by the way. Unfortunately, it's not very good right now. I get this back. I gain 3. Land 1 for turn is Great Furnace. Land 2 for turn is Elegant Parlor. Trigger, I will Surveil 1. That card is fine. I'm going to play Stoneforge Mystic. Enters the battlefield, search your library for equipment. Reveal it, put in your hand, shuffle. I'm going to get Shadow Spear. I will pass the turn.
Play Shivan Reef as my land for turn. Pay 6. And by 6, I mean 5. Filter it into the Opal Palace. We'll cast my commander with 2 counters. Sego.
We'll lose 3 life, and we'll pop Matt's land that's furthest on his right.
Sure.
Let's put all these in my graveyard and search for up to 5 forests. We got 2. Let's go ahead and pop 7 treasures for Avenger of Zendikar. So he's going to enter. I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 plants. 10 for my commander. Will come into play. I will mill 4. No lands. These will all come back into play. Trigger my landfall stuff. He would get a +1/+1 counter. I would draw 1.
And then
My
your
commander will
does
get
the
a
same.
+1/+1 counter. I would draw 1. And then these guys will get 6. I'll finale for 16, getting something for my graveyard. We'll do in a Shia. And then everything will get +14/+14 and haste. And I'll swing an appropriate amount at each of you.
That kills us.
That
GG.
kills us well beyond what we needed.
And I'm able to pull up yet another win with Lumra, Bellow of the Woods. As it turns out, mana is good. Thank you all for watching. See you next time.